Hi, fourth grade. I just wanted to do one more quick demonstration for how to use the digital tool. I know it's a little tricky. Thanks for bearing with us, those of you who are using it. Hopefully you were able to see the directions for how to download it yesterday if you don't have your paper tool. So I click to my little icon at the top here and it should pop up. Remember to adjust your protractor, you have to go up to this X. Don't click on it, just hover your mouse over it. You can lock it so it doesn't move anywhere. You can click here to move it up and to the side. You can click this resizer, the diagonal arrow, and make it bigger or smaller. It might make it easier to draw the lines on it if you make it a little bit smaller. You can also click here to rotate it if you want to do your angle in a different direction. So let's do that today to change it up. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so I can show you better. Today I want to draw a 58-degree angle. Okay, so you need to make sure that one of your lines is lined up at 0, just like I have here. Remember, step 1 is to draw that vertex. Here would be my vertex, a little point in the center, and line up my first line at 0. Okay, the next step is to lay your protractor on top, but obviously our protractor, we're doing it from the protractor. So I have my first line here. The next step is I need to drag my other line to make 58 degrees. Now, since I'm dragging the blue line, I'm going to follow this blue number right here. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Oh, it doesn't make the numbers bigger. So I'm going to drag this, I don't know if you can see, to get as close as I can to 58, 55, 56, 57. Now remember, if you get to a decimal, that's okay. Just try to get as close as you can. So 58.1, that's pretty darn close. I'll accept it. So 58.1 is pretty close to 58.0, 58. So once I get that lined up, now that makes sense because it looks like an acute angle and 58 degrees is smaller than 90 degrees. So make sure you're checking that question in your head. Is this acute? Is this obtuse? Is this a right angle? What should it look like? Okay, so remember, I recommend you use this line tool down here and then make it smaller. That way we can be as accurate as possible if you make it as small as you can. Okay, then pick a color. Remember, you're going to have to follow this line out because you can't draw on the protractor. You have to start from outside the protractor. So once you see your cursor, you know you can start. So I'm going to click and I'm going to drag, and you want to try to make it as perfect as you can on this line and line it up to the vertex. Then let go. Then once again, I'm going to drag it up here. Wait till I have my cursor. I'm going to make sure I follow that line as best I can. Looks like I'm a little off. If I think I'm a little bit off and I want to try again, remember there's this undo button down here. You can go back and try it again. So let's see if I can get a little bit more accurate. Aha, that looks better. Okay, so now I've got my 58-degree angle. Now I'm going to take away my protractor tool. Now I want to go to my pencil tool. I'm going to go back to the same color. Again, make it smaller. I want to show the angle arc that I'm talking about, this angle right here, not this reflex angle. I'm not talking about the big angle on the outside. I'm talking about this acute angle on the inside. So that's why it's important that we put this angle arc on the inside. Then I want to put my arrows. Arrows aren't totally necessary, but usually we make our angles with rays, which go on forever in one direction. So there's how to do a 58-degree angle.